Hello friends, welcome to my channel Network Techie. In this session we will be talking about RIP version 2 configuration. So this topology is very simple. There are point-to-point connections between the routers with the /30 subnet mask, and to increase the route entries on the routers I have configured loopbacks. And for example, you can see there are three routes configured on router 4. So the very first route 10.6.18.1, it's assigned to Ethernet 0/0, and the next two 19 subnet and 20.0 subnet are configured as loopback on router 4. In the same way, we have configured four subnets on the router 3. The very first subnet 10.25.85 is assigned to Ethernet 0/0, and 86, 87, 88 are configured as loopbacks, and 10.11 is assigned to Ethernet 0/1, 10.12 subnet and 10.15 subnet are configured as loopbacks. Okay, and for the testing purposes I have configured virtual PCs. You can see them, the IP addresses, how they are configured. So I will be doing testing from the virtual PCs. You can see this window. On the VPCS virtual PC, we have given an IP address 10.11.10. That is our PC1, and it has an IP address 10.11.10. So it is able to ping its default gateway. Okay, and in the same way, I have configured PC3 with 10.25.85.10. Okay, and PC4 is configured with IP address 10.6.18.10. So all the links are up, and I'm just going to proceed with the configuration once again so that we can see how to configure them. Okay, so this is a software. It's secure CRT. So the vendor of the software is Vendic software. I have configured uh, all the four routers are called in the software so that I don't need to go to each and every window one by one. I'm going to very first window over here, and I will be doing this configuration. The configuration is already done by me in the notepad. I just need to do copy paste, and after that we will be checking the point to point connectivities and the routes. So I always start with this configuration. I always like to paste this because with this command the session never times out first, and with with this command logging sync, I don't have any interruption while typing. Okay, so I always prefer to copy paste this on each and every router. Okay, now I will be doing R1 configuration on the router 1. While doing this type of configuration by copy pasting from notepad to the actual router, just make sure you don't get any error. So you need to be cautious on this thing. So for example, I pasted this configuration, I did not get any error. It sounds like the configuration is all right. Now I'm moving to the router 2 configuration. Copy the configuration from notepad, go to router 2, and now paste it. This configuration looks okay to me as well. Well, if you need to closely look this configuration, you can pause this video and have a look, of course. And I will be copying, I will be pasting this configuration in the description of the video. You can get it from there as well. So now it's time for the R3 configuration. Okay, it has been done. Now the last, I'm doing configuration of router 4. Okay, so all routers are configured. Just for your information, friends, I have already given Uh, I have done theory of RIP protocol in another video. So if you uh, get a time, go and check that video as well. Let me do show IP interface brief. So all the interfaces looks up. Let me ask you this. On router 1, could you tell me how many RIP routes we should be getting? Let me count. So we should be getting 9 routes on router 1, and on router 4 we should be getting 9 routes of RIP, and on R3 we should be getting 8 RIP routes. Let me tell you how. So these three are directly connected. This link is directly connected. So counting from here, 1, 2, 4 routes are these. 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 3, 9, and on 4 we should be getting 4 outs these. This one is 5th, 6th, 6 plus 3, 9. So first of all, I'm on the router 1 to check RIP routes. I'm doing show IP route RIP. Okay, so we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 routes. On the outer 4 we have got 9 routes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And on R2, how many routes we should be getting? Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 3 plus 4, 7, 7 plus 3, 10. Now let's go to router 2 and check how many RIP routes we have. Show IP route RIP 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, so we did our counting. Okay, now let me tell you what's going on over here. So we implemented RIP version 2. It's a classless routing protocol, which means it carries the update. Each router sends an update with the subnet mask information. That's why we have exact subnet mask information after uh, after every route. And this 120 is the administrative distance of RIP. /1 means the hop count value. uh, all the updates you can see are just one hop away from router 2. Let's go to router 1 and see how does it look like. So these two routes are one hop away. For example, 10.4.1.8.4.1.4. So this link and this link. So we know that these two links are directly connected to R2. So from R1 to get to these two links, we just have to go through R2. So that's why it says just one hop. So if we talk about these four routes, 87, 86, 85, 88, which are configured behind R3, to get to these routes from R1, R1 needs to go to R2 first, then R3. So we can do trace from R1 to check the same 10, 25, 86.1. So 10.4.1.1 is router 1 and 10.4.1.6 is router 2. Right, so via means what is the next hop. So from where we are getting the routes, that is a default gateway, you can say. So this timer says when did we receive last update from our neighbor router 10.4.1.1, and this is the link over which we are getting updates. Okay, now let me come to other verification commands. So in the show IP route, you will be getting the connected routes information. In the show IP route RIP, we will just be getting the RIP routes information. In the show IP protocols, so it tells us the routing protocol is configured as RIP. We are sending and receiving version 2. The invalid timer is 180 seconds, hold down is 180, flushed is 240. RIP, every router is sending updates every 30 seconds, and next due in 80 seconds. We are not doing any filtering, so we are doing routing for network 10, major network 10, and the default distance is 120. Well, I show IP route database. I don't often use this command, but still I would like to show you so you can see how does it look like. So it tells you about the what are the routes which are available in the database. So you can see them in the show IP route RIP as well. That looks better. So if you have seen my theory nugget, I told you that the RIP uses port number 520 UDP in its updates for the source and destination, and how we can check it by using this command debug IP UDP. So you will be able to see that in the RIP packet the source is 10121, it's router 1, then it's multicasting to destination 224009, and the uh, UDP port is being used in the source and destination packet. To stop this, you can do undebug all. Okay, so it will stop the debugging, and when you do debug IP RIP, you will be able to see all the routes which you are getting from your neighboring routers. So all the routes, which we have installed, which R1 has installed in its routing table, you can see all those details. So this is always recommended not to run debug commands in the production router. So just when you're doing testing, it's okay to run these commands, but never run these debug commands in the production router. To turn it off, again, you all. So this the configuration is done. We have the routes. So if I come back to my virtual PC, so from router 3, which has 10.25.85.10, from here I'm going to ping PC1 10.1.1.10. We have got connectivity, and all because of the protocol RIP version 2. From PC3 we are going to ping 10.6.18.10. Wonderful, we have got connectivity from PC3 to PC4. So this was our practical. I hope you like this video. Thank you for watching.